Once you take a pool out, you can't easily put it back in. And so it seems like a really serious decision to dismantle that pool and fill it in, because it would be such an extraordinary expense to try to bring it back. I would feel a great sadness if the pool were to close.
My role in the maintenance and the pool still being there started about 10 years ago when I arrived in Old Town in 2005. Georgia Pacific Corporation was making paper here in Old Town at the time, and they were picking up 40% of the tax bill. In March of 2006, Georgia Pacific announced that they were stopping operations here at the Old Town Mill. So overnight, 40% of our tax base vanished.
There's always funding for, and it seems to be money for football and basketball, especially in the state of Maine. And when we first came, there wasn't soccer and some of these other sports, and the pool has been here. And to me, it's one of those foundations that's just as important as basketball and football.
The most recent arrangement, the school had that lead dog position. We certainly weren't getting it done. The city took it over. They certainly aren't in the business of operating pools. The Y was the most likely candidate. If we could program in a way that could generate the revenue necessary to maintain that pool, it probably was going to be the Y would be the group that could do that.
The challenge is really just that the world as we know it is changing. You know, people that remember the community pool remember it from when they were a kid and they'd spend summers there, and you know, they would basically live in the pool. And nowadays the kids are very scheduled. They're already in year-long sports, or you know, their parents are working, you know, longer hours. They're already in programs at the Y. So you know, the challenges for us is really the scheduling of kids and their time, and how do we draw some attention and attraction to that.
My name is Meg Calloway, and I'm a resident of Old Town. As the director of a Thriving in Place project, I interact a lot with public health professionals, and all of our work touches on encouraging people to move through space more. There have to be resources for people to do that. And as people age and have joint issues, as people who have obesity issues are working to get more healthy, low impact opportunities are so important, and there's nothing like swimming to start to get healthier. And swimming is something that you can do your entire life.
I think if there are opponents, they are simply people who don't see the pool they see it as a drain upon the city's resources. They talk about the years when all summer long that pool was wide open, used daylight till dark.
When we first came, the pool was very unique. It was an indoor-outdoor pool. The sides that we have just the windows on the one side, we had windows on both sides. The original roof was wooden, the beams. I think the people who had to sit on the north side with their backs to the window in the wintertime for swim meets found it a little chilly, and then they started the enclosures so that we'd have place for bleachers. Little by little we've enclosed, but they've left the sunrise side. So in the winter time when we have a blizzard, we're swimming and we're looking out and seeing the blizzard. And in the summertime it's open and it's wonderful. We're very fortunate.
I think it's going to be you know, an exciting future for the kids, but I think we need to show them the value of it.
Making a profit has never been a thought, but just because I don't know of any pools that are profit centers. We really believe in this. We really believe that this can be supported for our community. We have good schools. We have a solid police department, fire department. We have a great library, a public library. We have a swimming pool.